I've been with Compass for 1 year and 5 months.
I've been working at Compass for going on 6 years now.
I've been with Compass for about a month and a half.
I've been at Compass for a little over 10 years.
I've worked here for about 2.5 years now. And a little over 5 years.
A little over a year and a half.
4 years in July.
About 4.5 years, a little bit longer if you include my internship.
I've been with Compass for a year and some change, a year and two months.
A month and a half.
April, May, June, August. 4 months.
I have been with Compass for just over a year and a half now.
I've been here for 12.5 years.
Been with Compass for a little over 9 years.
I've been with Compass for about 5.5 years.
I've been with Compass for 3 years.
I guess that this is going to be my 11th year with Compass.
For about 3 years now.
Since mid-2009.
1 year and 9 months.
About 18 months now.
5 years, 4 months.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
So since you were 16.
Alrighty.
2007.
It hasn't been a lot of time, but I just appreciate the opportunity. And I feel like Eric and everyone on the Compass team has believed in me since day one. And I appreciate that.
I have a sense of empowerment that I've received with Compass that I have not had in any other previous jobs. I feel like I have the ability to make decisions and get quick answers, and that's a great feeling to have, especially as the company continues to grow.
Compass has given me the opportunity to share my past experience and success and helping them achieve their future success.
The realization that I can do more than I thought I could.
Calidad de vida, lógico.
A sense of purpose. Every day I look forward to the tasks at hand and I look forward to taking care of the guests, and it's just been a really great experience.
Getting to travel to great places like Colorado, Chicago, Dallas.
I would say, aside from like my work family and some pretty awesome relationships, personal growth, I've matured a lot. Right?
Definitely.
Definitely that. Yep, I appreciate you guys for that. Yes, I'm a better person. Yes.
I can build furniture with my eyes closed, literally, in my sleep.
Excellent highway driving skills. No, honestly, like an enjoyable place to work. It's although I have a horrible commute, I don't mind being here. Great group, it's fun, and I enjoy my job. I enjoy Compass, so it's a good place.
An alter ego in Cami and a toilet clogging pager available 24/7, and a family.
Besides my wife, it's added multiple women in my life, demanding things on a day-to-day basis. So I've gained a lot of extra women in my life.
It's helping other people. I've never had that experience of Compass Cares, so just being able to communicate and then work with them in an individual and specialized manner tailored to the residents.
Sense of belonging. I feel like I'm very close with my coworkers. I enjoy coming to work every day, so it's given me kind of a sense of purpose as well as a sense of employment.
They're giving me personal growth and a second family.
Compass has given me a real sense of worth over the past 9 years and growth. I feel like I'm always being challenged to think innovatively and always think outside of the box. Work smarter, not harder.
I think that Compass has given me the opportunity to grow as a person, as someone who really loves to do what he does.
It has given me a sense of work family, like love and just being able to say that I'm happy to come to work because the people I work with are amazing. I love this group of women. And Chris.
Compass has given me a sense of family and community that I was kind of craving now that my own family has kind of grown up and moved on in their own lives. So now I have a new one.
So Compass kind of filled the void of not working with my family any longer. And I have a new family here with Mama G and Chris and a bunch of sisters and a few brothers scattered in there. So it's kind of nice to have that sense of family again.
It has given me a family that I wouldn't expect coming into a job.
Compass has given me a family, a work family. You know, we have Mama G in the office who always keeps us together.
Compass is definitely like a second family to me, especially when I lived in Boston. My family was in Buffalo. They were always, there for me, and they still are, there for me whenever I'm having a bad day, whether it's work related or personal related. I know I can always, talk to someone about it, and they'll bring a smile to my face.
They've given me my second family. They actually got me through really tough times in my life past 5 years.
I would say I have favorite memories, and all of those would include anything where the Compass crew has come together. So whether it's the retreats, whether it's events that we put together, whether it's going to a concert at FTC, anything where we all come together because we're all one family and it's always a fun time.
I would have to say my first retreat was pretty fun. I met everyone in Connecticut for the first time, and like instead of just work, it made me feel like a family.
I have to say I agree. It's hard to pick out my favorite memory. I would just say hanging out with everyone outside of work and getting to know them on a personal level, just having a lot of laughs at the retreats and different outings. It's a good time.
Tough to pick one. Retreats are always fun. We have a good time in the office.
Ziplining through the treetops in Vermont, or having a dance party in Eric's kitchen. It's a tie.
Definitely going down that river. It was very fun.
Yep.
Yeah, especially when someone fell overboard. I could see her face drowning, and I thought, what do I do right now? Do I jump in?
Brooksy's animal noises on the Stowe Mountain retreat till 3 a.m. And maybe finding people asleep in the lobby the following morning.
My favorite memory would probably be the retreat at Eric's house where a dance move went bad. I fell, broke my elbow, but the best part was when this 7-foot Adonis swooped me up and carried me to the ambulance. And it was fabulous.
My favorite memory is all the retreats and every Compass event that we do together. The one retreat that stands out to me the most was when we went to Stowe. Even though I was sick, sorry for keeping you up all night, Joanna, because I was coughing, but it was a really great retreat. I remember we were all hanging out in CF and EF's room, and we were just like drinking and talking and laughing, and it just felt like a really big family reunion, and it was a really memorable time.
My favorite memory, we can go back to the second retreat that we did back then. And I was talking to Kaylin about it, and that was the day when everybody had an iPad when they just came out. So I think that was a good memory that I'm holding on still to myself.
Favorite memory is probably the first retreat. It was really fun. I got to see all my colleagues a different side, and it was cool just to get to know everyone outside of work.
Dressing up for Halloween, my first Halloween with Compass, as teeny tiny Beanie Babies. That was fun.
So far, my favorite memory was having lunch. We had pizza delivered in with the housekeeping and quality control and the Stanford office. I thought that was such a genuine attempt to bring everyone together.
All my jokes about me being Chinese at lunch, making everyone laugh. It's great.
There's so many, but I feel like one of my favorite memories was the Art Space /280 event that we did in New Haven last year. It was great to see the sense of community come together and have all this artwork in the space, and just have a really successful event with a lot of our team members come down.
I think my favorite memory is from about a few months into my employment with Compass, we went out for drinks with the Stanford crew. We went to Brick House on Bedford Street, played some beer pong. It was kind of the first time I really got to hang out with my team outside of work and really get to know each other. And I think that was kind of the first time I really felt part of the team and felt like I was really starting to belong here and fit in.
My favorite memory was having the opportunity to meet with some people from different culture and having a chance to sit down with them, share some tea, share some, just life stories.
Experiencia. Compartí con un equipo de empleados que para mí es mi segunda familia.
So I have two, and they both involve Caitlin's, Caitlin Casso, for my Christmas gift last year, which was very thought out and beautiful and made me really emotional, and I cried, so everybody laughed. That was number one. And Caitlin Brown, my little nut, who just pretty much every Friday makes me laugh so hard at something very stupid that like I bust a gut, like I can't breathe laughter. So those are always nice.
I feel like my favorite memory is probably when I got hired. I had called Chris's wife because I was in a position that I really hated, and I was asking if I were to quit my job tomorrow if I could babysit to pay my student loans. And she was like, well, maybe you should have a conversation with my husband, Chris. And I had no idea what Chris even did for a living. So we sat down and had a conversation, and here I am 9 years later.
Honestly, it was a humbling memory actually. When I first came here, we were setting up 1085, and just the fact that Eric was, as busy as he is and as much money as he just spent on getting all this stuff, he's sitting here helping us put it together. Like, I felt like that just changed my perspective in general as far as just putting the work in to better your company, you know what I mean? And personally, he was hands-on with us, and I just thought that was dope.
Working with my daughter Kristen and my mom Joyce when she was here, and having my first family with my second family.
My favorite memory is when we were at one of the original retreats way back in 2009 or 10, and we were at a brewery on the vineyard, and we were all sitting around having lunch, and Chris and Eric kind of looked at the table over all of us and were like, we did this, we actually did this. And they were just so proud of themselves, and it made everybody else proud too. Oh.
So I think continuing on the theme of empowering the employees across the board, as we continue to grow, we'll need to delegate more and people will need to be able to make quick decisions. So I think that's really important to our growth, and it creates a really good feeling amongst the employees. Also, the bathroom downstairs could use some upgrades.
Chris Webbing can come visit Massachusetts more, and Eric can come walk around more and say hi to us, because we always have good chats. So we're not that mean. Yeah, we're off in our own little space there. So come visit us more.
Slow down, ask questions, don't assume, and of course, please, I got kids to feed, man.
Get me a gas card. Thanks, guys.
Always keep improving on communication.
Let's keep the lines of communication open, and let's keep collaborating for a super successful fourth quarter and year ahead.
To focus on employee growth and spending more time with employees individually.
I would say to have more joint department meetings to help facilitate better communication between the various teams.
The more that we kind of work together, the more that we learn all that goes into each of our tasks and our daily jobs, the better that we can help each other to provide the best service to our guests.
Well, to keep treating their employees well.
To make sure that you take care of your employees because your employees will then take care of you. It's a great place to work. You guys, Chris and Eric, are just really warm and down to earth, and don't ever lose that, because that's really a big part that, you know, makes this company so great.
Sigan así como van, atendiendo a los empleados como se debe, valorando cada trabajo que hacemos, y que sigan de dinámico como son siempre.
Just to take a second and put yourself in our shoes sometimes. I know things can get a little blurry with all the different tasks we have to do, but I would say just take a second before you make assumptions and put yourself in our shoes for a second. Maybe you'll see things a little differently.
One thing that I think is really special about Compass and our leaders is that they look at our staff not as workers solely. They look at them as individuals, and they always, I feel like, are trying to push us and make the best of us in a professional and a personal manner.
To trust yourselves and to trust your employees. We all know the company the best, and we all have these skills that we can utilize here. So I think if you just constantly trust yourselves and trust everybody else, we know what we're doing.
To continue to entrust in the people they've hired, to definitely continue empowering the people that they feel have the expertise to drive the company growth. I believe also to continue to giving people the opportunity to speak their mind and have input.
Is to continue to empower your employees and encourage them. I think we have a really great team here. Everyone is really willing to work hard to make the company successful. So just empower people to grow and help the company grow.
You know, keep crushing it. This year has been a lot of listening and then reacting to that, and then just continue to do that. Having processes be built out, having ownership listening, and the surveys, and just building out the trust and respect between us as a crew and them as ownership, and then seeing that just grow. And just really just trusting your instincts. You know, you guys know what you're doing. Just feel confident and keep pushing forward.
Keep an eye on this market. I would say Boston is going through a big transformation. We've seen this happening on the seaport, and we were on top of it.
I think they should keep on the focus of finding their niche and being different than other corporate housing companies. You know, a little extra customer service, which we have a great group of. All of our operations team, our quality control, and also just focus on Compass Cares. I think it's a vital part of who we are.
Basically, stay true to yourself and keep going in the direction you're going. The Compass Cares is the compassionate part of our business, and which is really close to my heart.
I think that it will be work hard, really work hard, and I think not because people see you working hard. No, it's because that's on you. I think that when you work hard, you don't have to show anybody that you work hard. You do it because you love it, you like what you do. And I think that when it's much easier when you love what you do, and therefore you will really committed to the company, to yourself, on what you do every single day.